What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. Today we're looking again at the brand new Pirate King Adventures game mode, and this time we have level 150 to show off to you guys today. So I'm going to have two different teams in this video that are clearing level 150. The first one you're going to see is obviously going to be with the full batch, and I know not everyone is going to have the full batch, I completely understand. The second team you guys are going to see is actually going to have none of the new batch characters at all. It's going to have just Luffy and Yamato Friend, and the rest of the characters are none of the anniversary units at all. So I want to give a huge shout out to the original team creator once we actually get to the team. But of course, we're showing off the map, of course, and one thing to note as well is that if you land on a rainbow chest, you can get rainbow statues, which give a lot of EXP to those specific Straw Hats. Alternatively, sometimes chests or favorite boxes, I can't remember exactly, I think it can be both, can actually give you gems, which is pretty crazy. It's very rare. I haven't got it myself, but people have shared it around. And you can also get stamina meat, so technically speaking, you can get like free refills for your Pirate King Adventures game mode by landing on some of those chests sometimes, which is awesome. So of course, this is going to be my team composition that I am using right now in order to clear level 150. And if you guys didn't see my community tab that I made a couple of days ago, we actually realized that at level 150, Goldie Roger will have 1.1 billion HP, and that is a lot to take in, and I think that if you don't have a lot of the boosters, it's not efficient to actually get to level 150 and use that as your farming method. I think it would be a much more safer idea to run a team with, you know, obviously as many boosters as you can, and then run it, you know, at least at level 100, because at level 100 you should be getting better drops. We don't know if that is confirmed or not, but people have reported that you do get better drops the higher your level is. Through playing Pirate King Adventures game mode at level 150 for a few days now, I will say that, you know, the drops seem about the same, maybe a couple more elders. I have had a few princess turtles, to be fair. But honestly speaking, it does still feel like, you know, the drops are about average. Another thing to note as well is that I'm not really challenging the Odin boss fight in the middle. However, when we progress through future months of Pirate King Adventures, I'm probably going to opt to challenge the middle boss, because I feel like if you don't have a lot of the boosters, you want to get as much out of your stamina that you're spending each day as possible, and if you're able to clear both Odin and the Roger fight, it will enable you to get more turtles per run, obviously. And of course, if you guys haven't seen it, you know, basically it's just the Rayleigh Gaban batch with Whitebeard, Shanks, Odin, and Buggy. Like, all of those characters, if you build a team with those units, it definitely clears it, absolutely no problems. Of course, there are other methods you could use in order to beat that, but that's not what this video is about. We're just talking about the final boss in Goldie Roger. And of course, if you have the boosters like in this clip here, that's awesome. If not, you can check out the secondary team that we have in this video that actually does incredible amounts of damage. And remember that the more that Pirate King Adventures continues throughout the month, you're going to be able to level up your Straw Hats with those statues, which alternatively will give you, you know, a lot of statistical increases to each of your types. So I would highly advise in this Pirate King Adventures month to pick up as many Luffy and Zoro statues as possible to increase the stats of your strength and dex characters, as it will, those are the two colors that are the most important in this boss fight. But basically, just to sum it up, that I think that if you don't have a lot of the boosters, or you're not aiming to get a lot of the boosters, that I do not recommend going too deep past level 100. I feel like between 100 or 120, I think some people have suggested that 120 is about the good spot there, because I believe at level 120 is when the map changes and you get, you know, the better drops and stuff like that. So if you're able to get to 120, that's wicked, but I wouldn't advise to go too far past that point, because it just doesn't seem like it's going to be worthwhile for you if you are lacking, you know, more of those turtles for the Chopper Man mission requests. Looking at the second team here, this is obviously not running a lot of the boosters, which is not ideal, but by using Luffy Yamato as the friend captain, you can do a lot, obviously, but there's still a lot of big issues here. It's the fact that there are a lot of turns of despair, and this is what Roger is capable of doing. Roger is able to resist the despair completely. We've got Luffy and Yamato, which can go ahead and resist 10 turns of bind, which is fantastic. Want to give a huge shout out to Shiren OPTC. Link to his Twitter will be down below in the video description. He is a Japanese player, and he shared this one around, and I had a look at it, and the team was just pretty awesome. And I mean, obviously it does have Super Sugo Fest exclusive Kaido, but the thing about this team that's really cool is, like, you don't need like huge investments, you don't need really crazy support at all. The only two supports are the Makino support attached to Shank's crew, which isn't even required, but it definitely helps out because it removes some of the blindness debuff that gets inflicted on stage 3. And due to the Makino support, it means that the only turn of blindness that we have is against stage 3, which has the weakest HP of all the bosses, so it's not really that difficult at all. And then the other support obviously is Strength Rare Recruit Jack, which attaches to the Kaido. And of course, if you've got Super Sugo Fest exclusive Kaido, you probably have, you know, that Jack Rare Recruit. And obviously it does have Legend Roger, 6+ Shanks crew, and having 6+ Shanks crew for the super swap is really awesome, being able to get a really good attack boost on stage 4. And, you know, of course, as we do have Shank's crew, which gives us a really good chain lock on the final stage too, because there is chain coefficient reduction. There's also the special bind and the attack down that gets inflicted here on the Rayleigh Gaban stage, which is exactly what Boa Hancock is for, removing those 2 debuffs for us. And another thing that can be kind of annoying to deal with is on the last stage, there is Paralysis and there's Rainbow Shield, and there's not a lot of characters that can straight up get rid of that. So the Paralysis, of course, we have the Jack support on Kaido to help remove 1 turn of that. And then the Jinbei Clash character actually removes 3 turns of Paralysis and 3 turns of Rainbow Shield, but he does have double special, which does enable us to remove 6 turns of it. Make sure, though, to use Kaido's special before you use the Jinbei specials, because it means that you'll get Kaido's conditional boost, which gives you a conditional boost against characters that have increased damage taken. And of course, normally, if you just have Kaido, you would be aiming to get his super tandem and, you know, hit with a 1 or slot with him as a captain to inflict it to the enemy. But with Luffy and Yamato, we can inflict it anyways and get the conditional boost, which is awesome. So that is going to wrap it up for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.
Let's go. 勝てる可能性なんて生きてんだから無限にあんだろ。